The Dingleberrys is a 2012 sci-fi horror comedy written and directed by Rudy Bellafonte and stars Meredith host Anne-Marie Nouvo and Sean Jordan. The plot follows a group of friends defending themselves and possibly the Earth from a gang of poop aliens. This is a 48-minute shot-on-video movie released under the Warlock Home Video banner, started by no-budget shot-on-video director Chris Seaver. I'll be reviewing the uncut 65-minute version because I actually have the DVD that my buddy Scott sent me. So I don't know exactly how many movies were released via Warlock because the info is kind of hard to find. But from what I have found, it looks like their thing is shot-on-video movies that pretend to be like lost films from the 1980s. I'd say the Dingleberrys barely achieves the desired effect, but I'm a sucker for shit like that regardless. This is actually the first one I've seen so far, and it's pretty bad. I may not be giving up just yet, though, but we'll see. And to be fair, there is a disclaimer before the movie starts stating that many fans consider this to be the worst of the 7-year Warlock Home Video run, so I appreciate the honesty. So this is more or less a Critters ripoff. The movie starts by showing Quasar, a space bounty hunter, I guess, and he's headed to Earth to save us from, the alien invasion. I'd take that with a huge grain of salt, though, because it's the most tame invasion you'll ever see. But that's just it. I mean, we're clearly not supposed to take anything here seriously. The aliens look like dollar store krites from Critters, of course, and they are made of poop. Not real poop, but I mean, that's what they're supposed to be. They're the poop aliens. Which, okay, maybe that's fine, I guess. The year is supposed to be 1987 also, which I'm all for. But, when there's an actual effort made and everything looks cool and all that. So this was pretty much just like, hey, just bring whatever clothes you have that, could pass for something from the 80s. Like one of the characters just has a mullet wig. Speaking of which, the rest of our human characters are a group of pals that go by the Monster Club. They like to hang around their hometown of Sleepy Hollow Heights and talk about, Tom Savini and make Evil Dead references. This I can get behind. The poop monsters, on the other hand, look really stupid. I can also get behind that. So call me a pussy if you want to, but I didn't find the racial stereotypes that a few of them represent. I didn't even really want to talk about this, but I just I kind of have to. Like, one of them sounds stereotypically black. One of them is, like a stereotypical Asian. One is, I think, Sal Rosenberg from the Jerky Boys. I don't know why they did that either. That was kind of stupid. I think overall, I think maybe they were going for like a trauma thing. And look, I like some trauma stuff. I love the Toxic Avenger, the first one especially. But that was the 80s. It was a different time. And I get that this was set in 1987, so you could say that, like, oh, it works in that way. But, I'm all for worshiping the 80s, but, some things are best just left there. I also just didn't find the monsters funny, and they're definitely supposed to be. And I'm not sure why they didn't just give them the, your stereotypical, vague, space personality. Anyway, I didn't mean to whine about that. It just came across as really stupid, even for 2012, and it fell pretty flat for me. I watched the behind the scenes stuff on my DVD copy, and the crew mostly seemed like a lot of fun. They seemed like really fun people. I just didn't like this movie on almost every level. And you might be like, dude, obviously, you don't get it. This obviously isn't for you. And I'm okay with that. Yeah, I don't watch a ton of shot on video, no budget stuff, but I'm getting there. I got a few in my collection. I'm kind of getting there. I just saw, with this movie, I just saw not only no talent, but no imagination here. So I'm giving the Dingleberrys 0 out of 4 stars. It's truly a turd. It's funny, too, if you look at the IMDb scores, most people gave it either a 1 or a 10. And that's because, these Chris Seaver movies have a small but pretty dedicated following. So you might be wondering, will I be checking out any more of the Warlock Home Video releases? And the answer is sure. Why not? Cheers, guys, and I'll see you at the multiplex. Subscribe right now, please.